it's just not going to with me. Did I get anybody back in? I don't know how I've got this thing changed, but it will not let me. Somehow the settings got changed and it won't let me go landscape with it. So I don't know what the deal is. And my holder won't even hold my camera like this, so. Do I have anybody in here with me? I got 3, looks like. Let's see if I can bring up my, well, where is it? I don't know how this happened. I have not changed my settings, but it would not let me go landscape. It'll only let me do it this way, so I guess that's what I'll have to deal with tonight. And I'm afraid I lost everybody. Hey Gladys, how are you? I had several people in here earlier, and I think with having to try to get the settings changed, I've lost some people. We've got April Flowers. We've got Gladys. How are you ladies doing tonight? I figured since I couldn't go live Saturday or what day was it? It was Sunday. I could barely talk Sunday. I did a couple of videos, but it was stuff I recorded, not some that I had to talk. And I've got a doctor's appointment scheduled for in the morning at 10:45 to see if he'll give me an allergy shot. At this point, he probably is not going to want to do it. But I'm tired of suffering. I'm tired of coughing and gagging. And the only relief I seem to get is by taking Benadryl, and that knocks you out. So yeah, I almost went live the other night when I was up all night long, couldn't sleep. And I said, I may start doing that. These nights that I can't sleep, I'm liable to start going live and just talk. See if talking will get me to sleep. Yeah, it's been a beautiful day here, too. Yeah, Gladys, I know you got my back. But you know what? I did a video today, and it's uploading now. I was walking around the yard, and I just happened to look down, and I had voluntary sunflowers coming up. And what happened, that half barrel that I planted with sunflowers, they bloomed and dropped seeds and stuff. And they dropped seeds not only in the half barrel, but they dropped them on the ground. And since all this rain we had, 2 different times, like a week apart, I've got voluntary sunflowers come up. So I was out there digging them up, and I moved them to different pots and totes around the yard to where I can keep them watered. So I'm hoping they'll have time to bloom and put out more seeds before, cold weather comes. Because our first freeze is not usually till like the first week in November. So I'm hoping they'll have plenty of time to bloom. Hi, Claire. How are you? Glad you could join us. Yeah, I wasn't sure if anybody would even be able to come into the chat because it being as late as it is. But I said, in different states and depending on where you live, the time zones are all different. So I figured there'll be somebody up. Be somebody that'll pop in. Yeah, I still have a bad cough, and that's one reason I want him to give me the shot is to clear it up so I'm not coughing my head off anymore. I cough so much it makes your chest and your ribs hurt. You ever done that? It's made my ribs sore. Hi, Tricia. How are you? I'm all night, can't sleep. Yeah, see, Gladys, the nights that I can't sleep, I figure, well, there's somebody out there that's not sleeping. And if I do a live, they'll pop in. So I might start doing that. I can always talk to myself if nothing else. I mean, my eyes are swollen. They're terrible. I mean, it's so bad to have allergies. And I don't think even the shots do any good for my eyes swelling up. They swell regardless. Yeah, when you cough constantly and just all the 24/7, pretty soon your ribs start hurting and they get sore. Feels like somebody hit you in the ribs. I saw your video sandwich potatoes. Well, I did that poor boy pizza video, and I had a couple of comments. They said, well, now I want to see what you're going to do with the other half of the loaf of bread. That's the only reason I did the one on the sandwich today. It wasn't a very long one, but I said, well, if he wants to see what I'm going to do with the other part of that bread, I'll show him. And I fixed my sandwich. That was part of it was my dinner tonight, was eating half of that sandwich. Yeah, if I'd had my son and daughter-in-law or other people here at the house when I made that poor boy pizza, I would have used the whole loaf of bread. I'd have done both sides, but just doing half of it was more than I would eat in a day's time. It took me 2 days to eat that pizza. I hope it's coming in clear where you're at. On my laptop, it's kind of not looking real clear. And I look aside, I probably shouldn't even be on the camera. I should have put a vase of flowers or something up there. Yeah, I ate the sandwich. I ate half of it for lunch. And then about an hour ago, I ate the other half. That was my dinner tonight. And the pizza's gone too. It took me 2 days to eat that poor boy pizza, but it's gone. M&T Living and Cooking, hello. Glad you could make it. This was a last minute thing. I hadn't planned on doing this. And I don't know how in the world the settings on my camera got flipped around. Every time I tried to go live, it told me to go into settings and change your settings. And I couldn't get the settings while it was on there, so I had to go in and delete the previous lives that I was trying to do. And then it still wouldn't let me change it. So I don't know. I'll have to check on it after my live ends. Then I'll try to figure it out. I'm not going to do it now. Waiting for you to make peanut butter cookies. Well, I might make those tomorrow. I'm not sure. Like I said, I've got a doctor's appointment scheduled for 10:45 in the morning, hoping he can give me something to clear these allergies up. And if he'll give me a shot, that'd be great. But I know it's going to be a steroid shot. There's no such thing as an allergy shot. Y'all was on Rita's Roost earlier today. And then I noticed she did another one live stream this evening. I said, well, that's 2 live streams in one day. So I said, I can do that a couple of hours in advance and just do a live stream. So that's what I did. Trying to make up for the one I had to cancel Sunday. But I couldn't hardly talk Sunday. I coughed so bad. And, you know, I still cough. My chest is still kind of funky. But I do feel better. So I felt more like getting in front of the camera and talking to people rather than not doing it. And I don't like to get on camera when I feel bad. You know, I'm kind of down and I feel like I'm dragging everybody down and getting them in a bad mood. I want to keep everybody in a good mood. I got my cough drops over here and I got me something to drink just in case I start coughing too bad. In fact, I'm going to put a cough drop in my mouth now. Yeah, I didn't even want to go live because I look terrible, but I need to start doing like Danny did. Just put something pretty for the camera to look at and me talk in the background without you seeing me. See the rain we got? We got a good rain the other day. And my allergies cleared up a lot. But then it only rained for like an hour. And then it's been dry ever since. So my allergies kicked back in. Because sorry about that. Because I get a double whammy after it rains. When it stops raining, that's when the mold kicks in. Because I'm allergic to the mold too. And that's mushrooms growing. So it cleans the air as long as it's raining and I feel pretty good. But then when it stops raining, those mushrooms pop out of the ground. So I get a double whammy with them. I'm just allergic to everything. Can't win for losing. Oh, man. I saw the new washing machine and dryer that Tammy got. She showed it on her live this evening. I know y'all saw it. I think the next washer I get is going to be one of those combination washer and dryers, all in one. I know you've seen them. They're pretty expensive, but you get the washer and dryer in the same one unit that looks just like a washer. I might try one of those, so I'll have a dryer if I need it. I mean, so far I really don't need a dryer. I hang stuff out on the line or I hang it up in the house to dry. And since it's just me, I don't have a whole lot to wash. Blankets and sheets and stuff are the biggest. I can even hang my towels in over on the shower door and get them dry. And that's what I do when it's real windy because I don't want to put my clothes out or my towels and sheets out on the line, even though I know they'll get dry real fast. but because the wind will also blow the pollen and the dust in those sheets and stuff. And that's not good for my allergies either. So if the wind's blowing, I'll dry them somehow in the house, or I may even break down and take them to the laundromat and dry them. Gladys says, I've been watching all your old videos. Yeah, I've got about 600 out there. M&T Living and Cooking says, yes, I've seen those. No, we didn't get any rain today. We got rain, when was it? Several days ago we got rain. And it rained pretty hard, and we weren't expecting rain. That was just a pop-up shower. But it was a good shower. It soaked the ground really good. And we haven't got any rain since. So everything's drying out back out there, and my allergies are going to come down and hit me with a ton of bricks now again. So like in North Carolina, a lot of times we'd get 2 or 3 rains a week, you know. It kept all the stuff out of the air that I was allergic to. Really, I wasn't allergic to as much there as I am here. I think I'm allergic to everything in Texas. Cedar trees, ragweed that grows, everything, grass. April says, I'm folding my laundry right now. Well, sometimes I'll wait till after I take a shower at night, and then I'll do a load of laundry and I hang them up on the shower door, because I've got one of those glass sliding doors, and it's just right to hang clothes hangers on. You know, like coat hangers. You can hang your blouses or your shorts or anything up there to dry. And I'll hang my towels up on pants hangers, you know, that have the little clips. And I'll hang my towels up there and just hang them on the shower door overnight, and they're usually dry by the next morning. And I've hung sheets in there too. Just hang them by the clips on the clothes hangers, the coat hangers, and hang them up on that shower door. And my sheets are dry the next morning. No, I don't look pretty tonight, Gladys. I feel terrible, and I know I don't look good either. Gladys says, I saw you fix your toilet. Well, I got it fixed, and I didn't have to pay $200 or $300 to do it either. I think that piece that I put in the tank cost me like $15. Hi, Sharon Tate. How are you? I only got one moderator here tonight, and that's Gladys, but I've got pretty good people in my chat. I don't think I really need a lot of moderators anyway. Yeah, I figure I'm going to try that one time when I can't sleep at night. I'm just going to get in here and go live, start talking to someone. Well, thank you, Gladys. Glad you think so. Here's Zachary. Hi. Hi, Zachary. And what part of the country are you from, Zachary? Where are you from? Well, I'm in Texas right now. This is where I've been living for about 40 years. But I'm originally from North Carolina, right on the coast. You love that I'm on late tonight? Well, good, Gladys. I might do it more often. I stay so busy during the day till a lot of times it's hard to go live. Well, thank you, Sharon. And you know, I noticed in the camera that that shows up really good, that scar. And it used to didn't show up very good, but the older I get, the more that shows up. And you know what that's from? That's from chicken pox. I had chicken pox when I was little, and I had one right there. And evidently it got scratched or something, and it left a scar right in the middle of my forehead. Black Allen says, I'll be inside you like McDonald's coffee. Who is Black Allen? I've never seen you in chat before. What part of the country are you from, Black Allen? I said black. Oh, Black Alien. I'm sorry. I didn't notice that. My eyes. What part of the country are you from? I'm from Planet Fitness. Be serious. I mean, you may go to Planet Fitness, but what part of the country are you actually from? And you don't have to tell me if you don't want to. I look like Barack Obama. Yeah, evidently it's somebody new, Gladys. I don't think I've seen Black Alien in chat before. My t-shirts. You got t-shirts that you sell or something, Black Alien? Yes, okay. I'll have to check out your site or your channel. Alexa made me. I don't have Alexa, so she don't make me do nothing. I've got voice recognition on my phone, but it don't talk back. 'She listens to everybody else but you. Well, he's got a real person's profile picture to his name there that I see. Well, it's nighttime here, Black Alien. I don't know what part of the country you're in. I don't know what your time zone is, but it's 9:30 here tonight. We're at nighttime. So my day is gone already. America. America is a big place. (10:29 p.m.) You're correct. Well, mine just flipped over to 9:30. Yeah, it's 10:30 here as well. Boston, okay. I've never been to Boston. That's a pretty big city. Is the Black Alien, is that the name of your channel? And there's Zachary. Who are you asking? How old are you? Bring enough money, come on. I don't have no money. I'm single with food stamps. I don't even have food stamps. Asking me how old I am? I'm old enough to eat cornbread without getting choked on it. How old are you, Zachary? That's two different people, Gladys. We got Zachary asking questions, and then we got Black Alien. Zachary was asking me how old I was, and I'm asking him how old he is. Okay, April. Stay focused on the big spender. Well, I'd like to find some big spenders. I've got stuff for sale on Poshmark, and I've got several ways they can donate money to me on my channel if they want to, if they got enough money to get rid of. They want to get rid of some money, they can give it to me. Cash App. Yeah, put your channel link up, Black Alien. Let's see what your channel link is. You're inventing a food stamps app. Yeah, I'm curious too, Gladys. I want to know what his channel is all about. If he's got a channel, he needs to put the link up to it. Is it called Black Alien? I guess. We'll see what I can find on Black Alien. He is complicated. I'm two. Well, your picture don't look like you're two. I don't see a channel for Black Alien. Oh well. My brother let me know. I don't know how many of you know it, but I think I said something about it on YouTube. I'm not sure. But my brother that was taken to the emergency room the other day with a light heart attack, he's home. He's okay. But day before yesterday, his wife was having a hard time breathing, and she's got a lot of health problems already. And they had to take her to the emergency room. She ended up like passing out, I guess. And they tested and did all kind of stuff for about 2 hours working on her, and finally got her settled in. And she has pneumonia. She's in ICU. And as of this afternoon, she had not woken up yet. So I don't know. Just y'all say a prayer for her that she'll be okay. But she's got that crippling arthritis, really bad. She's got a heart problem. I was trying to think of what they called it, but I can't think of it. But yeah, she's got so many health problems. She takes a shot every month, and I think the shot costs like $1,200. Thank goodness the insurance pays for it, for her arthritis pain. And she said it basically does no good. And she's got heart problems and all kind of other problems. And now she's got pneumonia and she's in ICU. She's been there for 2 days now. And she's not woken up. So we're kind of worried about her. Thank you, April and Tricia. Yeah, Alien, you can refrain from the 4-letter words on my chat, okay? Yeah, MT living and cooking. Yeah, she's in bad shape. I know my brother's worried about her, and I joked with him just before that happened that because she had been taken to the emergency room for problems just before he went. And I joked with him saying, well, it looks like y'all are taking turns going to the emergency room. If she's not going, he's going. And then right after that, they have to rush her to the emergency room with this problem. So, and she's a retired nurse. So I'm just hoping she's going to be okay, because my brother would be lost without his wife. I mean, she's been in ICU for 2 days and she hasn't woken up. He's worried to death. He could get stressed out so that he's going to end up having another heart attack or something. And I hope that's not going to happen. Yeah, thank you, Sharon. I thank everybody that says a prayer for her recovery. And they sold their place in North Carolina to move to Mountain City, Tennessee after my parents died, to be close to her dad, because her mom passed away years ago. But my brother promised her that after my parents were gone, that he would move to Tennessee, where she was from, to be close to her dad, so she could help look after her dad. Well, it looks to me like she's the one that needs looking after, not him. And she does have a sister up there too, so. My sister-in-law that's in ICU, her name is Barbara. And if any of you are on Facebook friends with me, you've probably seen her post. She posts almost every day on Facebook, and her name is Barbara Barnhill. And my brother is Michael Barnhill. But I think it shows up on Facebook as Mike. You think Black Alien's a troll, Gladys? I'm not sure if he's a troll, but he's a person that's kind of free with his speech, that's for sure. He's gone, Gladys. Yeah, I don't like somebody coming in. I mean, he can come in and talk and chat all day if he wants to, as long as he keeps it clean. I don't especially like the four-letter words, though. And the thing of it is, my brother is like two years, 2 or 3 years younger than I am. So I never would have dreamed he would have had a heart attack. I figured if anybody had a heart attack, it would be me first, since I'm older. But he's been under a lot of pressure. He's been under a lot of stress because his wife has been in and out of the hospital constantly. She's had so many health problems. I'm too sweet to pick on. Solo Daniel, hola. I don't think I've ever seen Solo Daniel in here before either. But that's okay. I can use new people coming into chat. Must be out of the country. I don't know what that second statement is he said. He's got a flag up there. I guess it's a flag from where he's from, maybe. No English. Do you not have translation on your computer? Yes, your country. How are you? I'm better than I was because I've got bad allergies and I've been sick with allergies. Solo Daniel stripper, huh? Yeah, evidently he doesn't speak good English. I believe it's Spanish. I know I've got a lot of people that have joined my channel that are in other countries. So if they get on here and they don't speak very good English, I don't want them blocked because of that. I mean, if they do something bad or say something bad in chat, then yeah, but not just because maybe they are not from our country and don't speak our language very well. Are you Spanish, Solo Daniel? Or maybe from Spain or somewhere. Italy, no, that wouldn't be Italy. Oh, we just said he's Spanish. I didn't see that. Hablo Espanol. Yeah, okay, I see that now. I didn't even realize it. You can tell I don't know Spanish very well. But welcome, Solo Daniel. How's the weather in Spain? Or if you're from Spain, I'm not sure what part of the country you're in. Carl Early. Hi, Linda. It's so good to see you again. I hope you are having a wonderful evening. My evening is wonderful. I'm a little sick still with allergies, but other than that, I'm fine. Yeah, I think I've seen Carl in chat before. Yeah, I'm liable to get all kind of people in my chat because I've got members from Vietnam, from Africa, Australia, all over the place, which surprised me. He's outside right now, Claire. He came in and he ate earlier, and then he wanted to go back outside. So he's outside roaming around right now. Linda, do I get a prize being I'm the only mod? Maybe. Maybe. We'll see. When you take a tomato sandwich, when you make a tomato sandwich, besides tomatoes, what else do you put on it? LOL. I have never made one. I put bacon and lettuce and mayonnaise, mayo. I put down my lettuce. I slice up my tomatoes. I put a couple of slices of bacon on there. Then I put mayo on one slice, put salt and pepper, and that's my sandwich. I love BLTs, especially if it's a fresh tomato out of the garden. And some people toast the bread to make the sandwich. Sometimes I don't. BLT, yep. Bacon, lettuce, and tomato. That's why they call it a BLT. Because usually you always put bacon, lettuce, and tomato on there. That's the three main ingredients other than the bread. I'm having to hold this this camera, because I can't put it in the tripod. It won't hold it up the way it needs to go in there, I don't think. Well, maybe it will. But then it won't turn up if I do that, so. Well, let me see. I'm liable to disconnect y'all trying to get this in the tripod because my hand is getting tired from holding it. See if I can raise it up a little bit. There. That's better. Give my hand a rest. That's the benefits of having a double tripod. The one at the top will hold it on landscape view. The one down here on the bottom that I've got it in now will hold it landscape or vertical or portrait, whatever you want to call it. So I don't have to hold it. You like my moonflowers? Well, did you get moonflowers that were sent to you in any of the prizes that we had when I did the giveaways? Yeah, I don't remember who I sent what flowers to, but I know I did send the moonflower seed out. I didn't know if April got any of them or not. They should live all summer, all year long in Hawaii, I would think. Oh, that's right. You won the ring. Well, maybe I'll have another question and answer thing and give away some more moonflower seeds. Claire, tell him again. Oh, when are you going fishing? I've been wanting to go, but my allergies have been so bad that I just haven't felt up to getting out on the heat. and standing on the lake bank or sitting on the lake bank breathing that air, because it just blows more stuff in my face that I'm allergic to. So that's why I have not been. You like the vine on the trellis? That is clematis. I've got several different colors of clematis on the trellis. And on one side of one of them, I've got mandevilla, which is kind of like a clematis, but it's just a little different. The mandevilla that's going up one side has pretty bright pink, deep pink flowers on it when it blooms. So far, mine has not bloomed yet. I think it was too hot over the summer for it to do much of anything. I'm surprised it survived. There's purple clematis. I think I've got pink, and I've got kind of a white that it has got like a pink border around it. I know I've got like 3 or 4 different colors out there. It says, I heard place a half a potato on the soil. It repels bugs from your growth. Huh. I might have to try that, Sharon. I've never heard of it. After this rain, I had a problem with those worms getting on my the kale that I planted. It doesn't bother the Swiss chard at all. Evidently, the worms don't like it for some reason. But they really got started on the kale, and I found some on the broccoli plants that I had. So I had to spray them a little bit today. I don't like using a spray, and I don't use it unless I have to, but I did use some today. Oh, Annie, you're the one that got some moonflower seeds. Well, you're welcome. And once you get them planted, they'll come up every year. And every place that they have a flower on them will end up with a round, spiky ball. And when it turns kind of a tan, deep tan color, brown, and starts to crack open, you need to cut it off your plant because it's full of seeds. And wherever those seeds fall, you'll get new plants. So unless you want more plants where that original plant is, you need to harvest your seed. And it's probably got 1,000 seed in that one little ball. So once you get a plant started of moonflowers, if you harvest your seed or part of them, you'll always have a lot of seed to plant, and you'll always have moonflowers coming up. They're supposed to come back, yes ma'am. They come back up from the roots. So when your moonflowers die off for the winter, if they do die off, I'm not sure where you live, so I don't know what your climate is. I don't remember. But they'll die back here in the wintertime, and the whole top plant will just break away. But they're supposed to come back up from the roots. It almost does like a flower bulb. You know, the bulbs will come back up every year, even though the plant dies. Farm wife, hello. Yeah, as warm as it is in Hawaii, they should grow all year round. Now, they may not bloom constantly for 12 months out of the year. I don't know. But as warm as your client is, they probably won't die. The plants will probably stay pretty all year. Gladys says, I'm hungry. Didn't you eat dinner, Gladys? Sharon says they go to the potato meat and die there, then you toss them away. I don't know what Sharon's talking about. Well, good night, Claire. I'm glad you could pop in and join us. Have a good night. April says, I'm hungry too. Now y'all are getting me hungry. Y'all are getting me hungry talking about food. We're talking about being hungry. And it says, I just ate. April's got a picture of pancakes up there. Gladys, you need pancakes. I'll probably have to go grab something to munch on as soon as my live is over because y'all are talking about being hungry. Oh no, Ann, you got shots in your back and shoulders. What was that for? Arthritis or something? I'm going in the morning at 10:45 to see if the doctor will give me an allergy shot. He may not at this late date. He'll probably tell me that I suffered all summer. Summer's about over now, that I didn't need a shot. But you can hear I'm still, my voice is rough. I want some of that sandwich. I don't have any left. Yeah, that's what my sister-in-law has that's in the hospital with pneumonia right now. She's got severe, the crippling kind of arthritis. I guess it's rheumatoid. I don't know. She got her hands all crippled up from that arthritis. Her feet. I'm sorry, Annie. I've got arthritis too, but my hands are stiff when I go to make a fist. These two fingers, they don't want to close at the knuckle. They get real stiff. And I've started getting knots like on my fingers. And it's arthritis. But I got allergies. And the nurse told me the other day, she said, don't let the doctor hear you coughing like that. I said, why? She said, because if he does, he's going to give you a COVID test. Because he said that is the first symptom of this new COVID strain that's. This is why I canceled the live Sunday. Is because I couldn't talk then as much as I'm talking right now. Because I would start coughing my head off. You took allergy shots 2 times a week for 7 years? Wow. Well, I usually only get 1 shot a year. But it's been extremely dry this summer. So that means all the stuff that I'm allergic to was in the air. And when the wind blows, it just stirs it up and you're breathing everything. So my allergies have been the worst this summer. And I've been putting off going in to get a shot. Which I shouldn't have. I should have just went ahead and got the shot, felt better, and get on with my life. I figure at my age, why not? I don't want to stay home and be sick all the time, especially not with allergies. Not if I can get a shot and it'll take care of it. I do, Gladys. I do that just about every single night, and it helps me breathe, and it relieves the pressure in my chest. And I've been taking Benadryl, but I hate to take Benadryl during the day because it makes me so sleepy. I mean, I can't function properly taking Benadryl during the day. I don't mind taking it at night when, I know I'm going to go to bed and go to sleep. I'm not going to be up trying to do anything. April put up pictures of pancakes and bacon. I've been drinking hot lemon and honey, but I've been drinking green tea with lemon and honey in it, and it's been helping. But I get kind of tired of drinking something hot or warm all the time, so I got me some cold soda in this thing right now. But I've been drinking the lemon and the honey all day. And I took a Benadryl early this morning, but it's kind of wore off now, so I can think straight and function. If any of y'all taken Benadryl before, you know what I'm talking about. It makes you zonky. I do, April. I get the local honey. Yeah, everybody talking about eggs, bacon, honey. I'm going to have to find me something to munch on when I get off my live, that's for sure. You're allergic to Benadryl? Well, thank God I'm not, because I broke out in hives from coconut oil one time. First time I've ever had hives in my life. I mean, all over my body, these big red welts come up on me and they hurt. And it was on the weekend when I first broke out. And I went into the Walgreens to find Benadryl, because usually that's what the doctor tells me to take anytime I have allergic reaction to anything, is to take Benadryl. Well, I walked up to the pharmacy and I said, "Where's all your Benadryl?" And they said, "Oh, we're sorry, we sold out." And I said, "Well, you see what my problem is. I'm broke out in hives. I look like I'm contagious, but it's hives from coconut oil." And I said, "I've been to 2 stores already and there's no Benadryl." I don't remember where I finally found some, but I went to 3 or 4 stores before I ever found any kind of Benadryl except kids Benadryl, and I didn't want that. I wanted the adult stuff, Now, but I took Benadryl for like 2 weeks constantly before those welts went away completely. And if you've ever had hives, you know you can't sit down. You sit down, it hurts if you got them on your butt. They itch. You can't scratch them because they'll bleed. I was in bad shape. And like I said, I had them from my head down to my toes, everywhere. April says, "I'm having a Tootsie Pop, a red one." April, where's my Tootsie Pop? Yeah, when I buy honey, even Walmart has local honey, I found. It's from Burleson, which is 30-minute drive from here. And then in Babe's restaurant, I don't know if y'all have a Babe's anywhere close to where you're at, but it's a chicken restaurant. They serve fried chicken and all that stuff. And they have honey, the local honey, and you buy it in like quart jars. It's a little expensive, but it's good stuff. Yes, ma'am, I'm on live. Farm wife. You're in my live right now. What color you want? A red one? I'm joking, you know that. Yeah, a lot of the stores here have local honey. I usually pick mine up at Walmart because if you'll notice on they've got several different brands of honey, but they do have a honey that's local. They have Benadryl ointment for hives in Walmart. My daughter uses it. Well, see, I didn't know anything about Benadryl ointment. I just knew I could take the Benadryl to clear up the hives eventually. Did you comment on my chat? Farm wife, I don't know. April says I have 40 hives. You got 40 beehives? I got bees out on my back patio. They stay around the little bird bath for some reason lately. This whole summer they've just swarmed that bird bath. And they've never done that before. You did not comment on my chat, farm wife. I don't know. Yeah, I just did, farm wife. You said, Linda, are you on live? And yes, ma'am, I am. I'm live right now. Did you think you were just leaving a comment on a video or what? I mean, I can type it in if you want. There you go. Is that what you're talking about? Yeah, maybe. I don't know. But somebody told me that when it's real dry, the bees can't find water anywhere. So they come to wherever water source they can find. And evidently it's this bird bath that they found on my patio. You made two comments earlier. Well, let me go back because somehow I missed your comment. That is if I can find it. I don't know how far back it is. I know you put one comment up there and then you retracted it. So the comment is not there. I don't know if that's the one you're talking about or not. I don't know. You'll just have to ask me again, I guess, farm wife. No, I made two comments earlier. Before you retracted that one? Let me go. I don't know if I can find it. Retracted, I don't know. Because I was reading that one when all of a sudden it disappeared. I don't know how far back it's going to go. Well, I don't know. I don't see it, and I don't want to spend time going all the way back to the very first comment. So if it's something you need an answer to or comment on, type it in again so I'll see it. If you would, farm wife. Because I can't find the two comments you're talking about. Oh, really? They travel up to 2 miles from their hives? Farm wife, type in your comment again so I can see them. Was it before or after Black Alien came in? Because I went all the way back to where he was in chat and I didn't see any comments except the one that you retracted. Was it before that? Well, is Farm Wife still in here? Well, I don't know. Let me go all the way back. I went all the way back as far as my chat would go. I don't know if it went all the way back to the beginning or not, but well, Farm Wife, I don't see any other comments up here from you except the one you retracted. And I went as far back as my chat would let me go. So I don't have any idea what the comments were. You'll have to type them back in, I guess. Daughter was afraid she would get arrested. Ooh, what was she going to get arrested for? That's okay, Linda. I have typed it in 3 times now. Never mind. Well, I see the one where you said your daughter was afraid she was going to get arrested. What was she going to get arrested for? Or what was she afraid she was going to get arrested for? I saw that one and the one where you said, Linda, it's okay. I have typed it in 3 times now. Never mind. But I can't find the other comments. I see the one where you said your daughter was afraid she was going to get arrested. And then the one you just put up about telling me, never mind, I typed it in 3 times. Okay, well, I can't find it. Maybe I passed it, skipped over it. It's kind of hard to go back in chat and try to find comments. Made 2 comments earlier. Farm Wife, she says, are you on live? And yes, I am on live. But I know you retracted one of the statements, the comments, and I was reading that as it was retracted. That's how come I know that you retracted it. Well, I don't know. I see the other ones you put there, but well, what was it about her daughter? What was going on with her daughter? Because evidently that's the only one I can't find is the one where she's actually saying what the problem was. It's there, it's about her daughter. I don't know how far back it is. I got to the one where you said no. I made 2 comments earlier. Then one where you asked me if I was live. Then one where you asked me how come I didn't comment on your chat. Well, I wouldn't think it went that far back from where your other comments were. Gladys, were they before or after where Solo Daniel and Black Alien came in? Because going that far back, I don't see anything from Farm Wife. Or either I'm skipping over it somehow. Well, I don't know. I went back as far as I could go in my chat with the previous chats, and I'm not seeing any more comments. I mean, I guess she's upset with me because I didn't read the comments, but somehow they got past me, and I'm going back and I can't find them. I found the one where she said her daughter was afraid she'd go to jail, but I haven't found one before that. Well, I'm sorry. I mean, I'm doing the best I can. Farm Wife, it definitely was not intentional that I skipped over your comments. I mean, I don't know what was going on at the time in chat that you put those comments in there and I didn't see them. Maybe I was adjusting the phone, the camera and the tripod over here. And that's why I didn't see the comment when it went by. Well, if she's still watching, I hope she forgives me because it wasn't intentional. Thinking back, she probably did post whatever comment it was while I was messing with the camera and the tripod, getting it changed because I was tired of holding it. And I wasn't looking at chat during that time. But I'm not able to find the chats. No, I am not upset, but just typed it for the fourth time. Well, honey, I didn't see it. I haven't seen it. And Gladys said she went back and she hasn't seen it either. So, I mean, maybe you typed it in, but you didn't actually enter it somehow. I don't know. But I would love to know what's going on with your daughter that she thought she was going to be arrested. I mean, that sounds serious. And I went back as far as my chat will let me go back, and I can't find the comment. I mean, I found the one that you retracted. I don't know what that one was all about. And up here she said she typed it in 3 times, but I haven't seen it again, so I don't know. And it would have had to have been just before she typed in where her daughter was afraid she'd go to jail, because evidently she was telling what was going on. But I don't know where it's at. I can't find it. The next one I find, it says you did not comment on my chat. So I'm afraid I've done it several times where I've typed stuff in and I thought I hit the enter thing to put it in chat and it never went in chat and I had to retype it. Well, we're all looking at chat right this minute, so if you type it in again, we're going to see it. And I will definitely see it. What's this? Let's investigate together 22. I don't think I've ever seen you in my chat before, but welcome. It says, are you under to chat? They must be out of the country. Yeah, farm wife, we care what's going on. I'd like to know what's going on with your daughter that she was afraid she'd get arrested. I mean, I'm sorry. Yeah, we do care about you, farm wife, and your daughter. Are you under top chat? I meant. I don't know what you're talking about. I mean, I don't know what you're asking me. I know you're in my chat right now. Are you under top chat? Farm wife says pickling some. Thinking. Oh, picking some. Yeah, she said she's picking some. I don't know if she meant she's picking the keys on her keyboard or she's picking fruit or I don't know. I'm lost. We're under live chat. Let's investigate together. Well, I don't know anything about changing the settings for all chat. I thought it was on all chat. Well, I'm sorry. Let's investigate together is telling me something about that there's a top chat and there's an all chat. That might be why I'm not seeing your all of your chats. You got to go under all chat. Well, I thought I did go under all chat. I don't know. And I don't know how to check that now. I don't think you can. I guess you have to set that up when you first set up your live. But I'm seeing the statement you just made, so I don't know why I would not see the other comment that you put in here. Well, you have a good night, farm wife. I'm sorry you're upset, and I know you're upset with me. But I honestly did not see that other chat where you said something, whatever was going on with your daughter. Hellcat Legend, hey, well, hello. Well, I don't know where you're talking about. Go to the three lines upper right corner. It will say top chat or all. Well, I went up there and I've clicked on it. It says community moderation, participants, toggle moderation activity, pop out chat, toggle timestamps, and send feedback. It doesn't say anything about the chat except pop out chat. So, and I'm about to lose my whole screen here. Okay, the top three lines where? I just did it in the top chat box. It says top chat. Oh, maybe there. Live chat. Now, I see what you're saying. I just hit live chat, and that should show everything. And Linda Franz is in here. I didn't know she was in here. Let me go back on the chats now and see if I can see what Farm Wife was talking about. Maybe now it'll show up. Farm Wife says, for picking cotton on edge of cotton field, we don't have cotton fields around here. So she must have put in a joke or something. She said daughter was afraid she would be arrested. And I guess we were supposed to ask her for what. And it says for picking cotton on the edge of a cotton field, we don't have cotton fields around here. Okay, Farm Wife. That was my fault. I had the wrong setting in my chat box. And I thank Let's Investigate Together 22 for telling me where to go or how to fix it. Mine's got the 3 lines on the right side of the top chat box, but it's not the option there. And then on the left side of the chat box, it has live chat. And then if you hit the arrow, it drops down 3 options: top chat, live chat, and fan funding. And it was on top chat instead of live chat. But it's on live chat now, so we should see everything. I'm sorry about that, Farm Wife. That was my fault. And if I'd have kept looking all night, I never would have found it if Let's Investigate Together hadn't told me that. So thank you, Let's Investigate Together 22, for helping me out. Because that was a big help. I never noticed that live chat there, and I didn't know you could change the settings that way. You had me going, Farm Wife. I thought there was really something wrong with your daughter. I thought she was really getting in trouble for something bad. I was getting worried. Why are you so enjoying telling me why, please? And stop pretending to be stupid for attention. Are you talking to me, Susie Gilbert? Well, I don't think I'm stupid. I'm not trying to act stupid, but I honestly didn't know that you could change the chat box that way. I never paid attention to that live chat option up there. And I did not know that you could change it just to see part of the chats and then put in a setting to where you could see every chat. I always thought I was seeing all the chats. And if he had not, or they had not mentioned that, I would never have checked it out to see what setting it was on. But it was on top chat. It's on live chat right now. So right now I should see everything. Yeah, I appreciate that. Let's Investigate Together. It had me going because I didn't know that you could change the option that way. I mean, I have not been doing live chats and lives for years, you know. I've only done it for this year. So I'm still learning about a lot of the settings and things you can do in these chats and lives and videos and everything else. Oh, it's okay. Let Susie say what she wants. I'm not trying to be stupid, not trying to act stupid just to get attention. And there's Boulder City. How can I get the smell out of my jar lids? I think I've answered that twice in my chat, my comments. If you put those jar lids in a pot of water, or boil the water, get it boiling hot, put your jar lids in it, put some vinegar in there, and just leave it set for a while. Let the water cool off. That vinegar and the hot water should get the smell out of your jar lids. I mean, I've used jar lids, reused them before, and some of them had gotten a little bit of the food smell from the prior, uh, whatever it had in it before. And it's always come out with washing it and then putting it in real hot water and soaking it. And putting vinegar in it should even help more, so. But I've tried everything but gasoline. Well, what in the world did you have in the jars that smells that way? That's so strong that you can't get rid of it? Bleach? Well, I don't know. Washing it and putting it in hot water and vinegar should get rid of that bleach smell. I don't know what kind of lids you're talking about. Are they plastic lids or what? Well, it should come out. Would bleach work? I don't know. Well, that may help too. Bleach may help because I didn't think about it, but I do put a little bit of bleach in my dishwater when I wash my dishes just to keep my dishes sanitized because I don't have a dishwasher. And I do the same with my dishcloth and my dish towel. I wash them in a little bit of bleach water to kill the germs. So that might work too. Put a little bit of bleach in that hot water with your Clorox. Maybe the combination of all three will get the smell out. Well, I don't know. It's always come out of my lids. I don't. But if it's just the smell of pickles or relish, it's not going to hurt anything for it to have that little bit of smell in it. If you're going to try canning with the lids or something, and it'll eventually come out, I assume. But I've never had a problem like that. And I've used pickle jars, jelly jars, all kind of jars that have the little plastic ring in the lid to recan stuff with. I put relishes and jellies, all kind of stuff in mine. And I've never had a problem with the pickle smell. So I don't know what else to tell you. Or maybe you need to do the whole jar and the lid that way. And then just let it air out. Don't put the lid back on it right then. Leave it off for a few days. Yeah, both baking soda should help. But I save a lot of the relish jars and, like I said, the jelly jars and stuff, and I recan stuff in it. And I've not had a problem with my lid smelling. And like I said, if it smells just a little bit like relish, pickle relish, when you get to use them again, it shouldn't hurt anything. Ola, are you a elderly? I'm guessing. Well, I guess I'm probably an elder compared to how old you are then. I don't know. Well, how old are you? Question mark, question mark, question mark, hell. Are you an elderly or are you a youngin'? I'm 19. Well, I guess I'm an elderly compared to your age because I'm definitely not 19 years old. I am an elder and don't have to work anymore. I'm not working either except doing my YouTube channel. And that's work. I mean, if you're a YouTuber, you're working. Because doing my videos and my garden and my cooking and canning and all this stuff is definitely work. Says, no, I'm a teen. Well, if you're 19, guess what? Your next birthday, you're not going to be a teen anymore. And from then on, the years are going to fly by. And pretty soon, you're going to be an elderly. You like relish? Yeah, I like relish too. Yeah, if they're lucky. I tell you, in this day and time, I don't know if I could handle being 17, 18, or 19 years old again. I mean, nowadays, you're lucky if you even live to 19 in some cities. I've got somebody else new in here. It's me, Teresa. Hi. Hello. How are you? Are you talking about you quit your job? Question mark, question mark, question mark, hell. That's some kind of a name. Yeah, I worked long enough to get my last car that I bought new paid for. And then I said, I'm not going back to work. I'm not putting up with the crap. So I become a YouTuber. I try to make my money through YouTube to help pay my bills. And it's hard work. And you got to stay at it every day or you don't make nothing. But you don't got to say it. Boulder City says, I don't have a car payment either. Yeah, your insurance and your house insurance and all your utilities and every just day-to-day living expenses is outrageous nowadays. I can understand why there's homeless people out there. I do too, Boulder City. Everything I own is paid off, but now I got taxes to pay. taxes, insurance, all that good stuff. And maintenance on the new car is not cheap either. Watch your talent. I don't know. Are you asking me, Teresa? It's me, Teresa. Are you asking me what is my talent? My channel is on gardening, composting in place, cooking what you eat, all kind of arts and crafts. Sometimes maybe singing coming up. I'm not sure about that, but we'll see. I had to work since 16 and haha, don't have to work anymore. We made it. Well, good for you, Boulder City. What was your secret? Because I've worked all my life too. I've worked since I was about 9, 10, and 11 years old. Living in North Carolina, I was working in the fields, tobacco fields, blueberries, flowers, strawberries, all that kind of stuff, getting paid cash money because I was too young to work. But I worked anyway. I mean, I didn't make a whole lot of money, and I like working. And putting up with all of you. Well, what was your secret, Boulder City? What did you learn through life that you don't have to work anymore? Or did you just retired? Cotton mill in Alabama. That sounds like it would be hard work. Salam. Well, hello. I mean, I can't pronounce your name, but welcome to chat. I'm not sure where you're from, but you're still welcome. I wish the chat would translate to English. I could get poisoned any bit of the... And bit by the snakes. Oh my goodness. What kind of job do you have that you get bit by poison snakes? Well, it's me, Teresa. Good night. Have a good night's sleep. Glad you could join us. It's only through the grace of God that we made it this age. Good luck, young people. That's what I say. There's babies that don't even survive. I mean, if you make it to being an elderly, more power to you, because a lot of people don't. I'm a subscribe. Well, thank you. It's me, Teresa. Thank you for subscribing to my channel. You're a venom collector. Oh my goodness. Ooh, I would not want to do that. That just makes me shiver to think about it. I don't like snakes. That's what I say, Linda Franz. Oh, hell no. You ain't going to get me around no snake to collect nothing from him. From spiders, too. Well, I know they do. I mean, there's people that do that because they use the venom in spiders and snakes. I mean, they put it to good use, but I definitely would not be the one to go collect it from no snake or spider. I'm sorry. So I'll leave that up to someone else. And nope, not me either, Gladys. But you know, I guess whatever job you feel comfortable in, and you could get killed on any job. It doesn't, I mean, you could drop dead working as a school teacher. So, I mean, nowadays you don't know if you want to be a teacher in a school. The way these people go in and start shooting everybody. I mean, you could die just getting out of your bed in the morning. So, It's just fate. But I don't like snakes, so I couldn't handle your job. No way I could handle your job because I would not want to get that close to a snake or a spider. Not one that I'd be collecting poisonous venom from. Boulder City says, I'm so glad I found you, Linda. Every morning I start my day off looking for you. Well, I try to put up at least 1 or 2 videos a day. And a lot of people tell me, oh, well, just go live for a couple of hours and you wouldn't have to put up the videos. But I said, well, I like putting up some kind of content that's going to be viewed more so later down the road, you know. A lot of people don't, well, some of them don't pay attention to a live. Whereas if they have a video and they do a search and you have a video on whatever topic they're looking for, they'll watch your video. So, oh, no, 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 no. Doing that kind of job and you make $30 a day, where do you work? What part of the country? What part of the country are you in that you're collecting snake venom and spider venom and you make $30 a day? Yeah, that's about the only thing I'd collect from that snake is chop his head off with a hoe, or I'd fill him full of buckshot with a gun. But $30 today, that's no money at all unless you're in Africa or Vietnam or some of these foreign countries where $30 goes a long way. I'll check later. I don't remember. You don't remember where you're from? Well, that's okay. We don't need to know. But that doesn't seem somehow fair that you're doing that dangerous job and they're only paying you 30 a day. Yeah, that's what I saw, $30 a day. More like $30 an hour is what you should be getting. Yeah, at least they're working. But like I said, there's some countries at $30, oh my God, $30 would go a long way. Not like the U.S. Kinda. He said it's decent. Well, yeah. At least it's something you like doing, and you're doing it. That's what I say. I like doing my YouTube channel, so that's why I do it. I enjoy getting in live chats, and I enjoy posting my videos and doing my videos, because I'm going to garden anyway. I'm going to cook anyway. I'm going to can food anyway. So why not put it in a video if it might benefit someone else, you know? That's the way I look at it. I mean, I know there's good snakes out there, but I don't like any of them. I don't want them around me. It's a full moon. The the weirdos came out. Well, you subbed also? Question mark, question mark, question mark, hell. That's some name. I'm glad you subbed to my channel. I need all the subs I can get. It says, dude, you're all really fun to watch. Well, I'm glad you think so. We get on here and try to enlighten people and try to joke around and visit with one another and ask questions, give advice, one thing or another. Just spend a good time and chat. You don't have snakes in Hawaii, luckily. Hmm. I wondered about that because I know it doesn't get cold enough to kill your bugs, and the bugs get really big in most places in Hawaii. And I never thought about snakes. I know, right? How many do you have? Be right back in the live. All right. Huh. 2,000. I don't understand. It says, I know, right? How many do you have to be right back in the live? All right. I don't understand that. It's kind of like you got three sentences kind of in together, and I'm not understanding what you're saying. Yeah, I was wondering at one time if I was going to even hit 1,000 subscribers, and I've got like I've got over 2,000 subscribers so far. Yeah, 2,000 subscribers. 2,050 exact. I mean, I haven't been posting videos for that long, so I feel fortunate that I've got that many subscribers. Well, maybe somewhere down the line, you could be a moderator, but I don't know really who you are. So right now, I can't make you a moderator. I'd have to know a little bit more about you before I put you in as a moderator. But it's a possibility. But I try to check my people out, before I make them moderators. Because I want somebody to be a moderator that's got my back, looking out for me, not looking out for someone else's channel, if you get my drift. Yeah, I've got several other moderators. They're just not in chat tonight. But that's okay. I don't have that many people online in chat right now. So I don't really need that many moderators in my chat. You don't like sharing info a lot? Well, that's okay. I understand that. Oh, Boulder City. I found a way to cure my jar lid problem. Take them out here on the edge of the desert and shoot to the shooting range. Oh, that sounds like a solution. Oh my God. You can tell my chest is still congested because I start laughing and it gets everything moving down in there. Well, Boulder City, just don't worry about those lids. Just wash them, lay them on something to dry, let them air out. Don't put the lids back on the jars for about a week or two. Just let them air out and forget about them for a while. You go back to them later and let them air out like that, the smell may have gone away. You're trying too hard. Fixing to have target practice with your jar lids. Says I have all these, what jars I have to get rid of. Yeah, I mean, the smell should come out of them somehow. If not, nothing but just time would get rid of the smell. Well, I just put, it's like a Vicks cough drop, but it's the Equate brand. It's a cherry cough drop menthol. That's what I've been taking right there. I usually put Vicks on my chest when I go to bed at night. It helps. Well, you have a good day tomorrow too. Question mark, question mark, question mark, hell. You have a good night. You don't have that much time? Well, if you're going to use them for recanning something, I just go ahead and sterilize my jars, do what you got to do, go ahead and can with them. Because that little bit of smell is not going to hurt whatever you can in that jar. You don't got to say it. Well, I just said, have a good night. Glad you came in to chat. We'll see you next time if you got to leave. I mean, you can stay and chat as long as you can. Glad to have you, but if you have to go, you have to go. We understand that. Yeah, even if you use them and it's got a little bit of smell of that pickle relish on the lid, it's not going to hurt whatever you can in that jar, if that's what you're going to do. I said soon. Okay, well, stay with us as long as you can. Yeah, just dry the lids off real good and sprinkle some baking powder, baking soda, or whatever in them, and leave them sit for a few days. That might help. I may go live tomorrow. I haven't decided yet. Depends on how I feel and if I sleep tonight. I have a lot of sleepless nights. Well, Boulder City, maybe that's why they still smell like pickle relish. You haven't prayed over them yet. Maybe that's what you're missing. Maybe you need to say a prayer that smell will go away. A prayer's not going to hurt. You know what they say about the power of prayer, Boulder City? Never underestimate the power of prayer. Well, I've had to start buying some canning jars because I've used all the small jars that I had, and I've got pineapple hot sauce that I've done. I've got the I can't think of the name of it. The watermelon jam that I just canned. I had to buy a case of the little small quarter pint jars or half pint jars to put that in. So I've got to buy some more small jars. I have some big ones, but I don't have the little jars. And jars are expensive. I think I paid was it $12 or $15 for a case of 12 of those little jars? That's kind of expensive. Those like $1 a piece or more. I think the little jars are more expensive than the big ones. You can buy the pint jars or quart jars cheaper than you can the little ones. I have to hand it to you, Linda. Somebody gives you a watermelon and you work all day canning and processing. What a talent. Takes a lifetime to learn. You saw them on my counter. I've got this is some of my pineapple hot sauce right here. I know the light doesn't pick up the color of it very good. But see, I like the little jars like this for like a hot sauce or a jelly or a jam. I don't particularly want the great big jars to put that kind of stuff in. And I've got some that's, I've got dried basil in the little jars too. Because I don't want to put dried basil in a quart or half-gallon jar. Yeah, well, this hot salsa, it's like you would a tomato sauce or salsa, but it's made with pineapple instead of tomatoes. And it's really good. It's only had one tomato in the whole batch. The rest was all pineapple and onion and jalapenos and stuff like that, garlic. Well, thank you, Gladys. You should be proud of yourself. Well, I am, and if I keep on canning this stuff, and I know, I'm probably not going to eat all of some of it. I mean, I do use some of it for, like, Christmas presents for my family. But not all of it. And I may start taking it down to the produce market, the farmer's market that they have once a month off the town square. Because I saw when I was there and did that short video on the farmer's market, I was looking for fresh produce, but they didn't have any. Because of our hot summer, nobody has fresh produce. But they did have a lot of canned stuff, like canned barbecue sauce and other canned sauces and different stuff like that. And I said, well, I need to check into setting up a stand out there 1 month, see how much they charge to set up a stand to see if I can sell stuff. But I've got to get more than what I've got right now. I don't have enough to set up a stand with. April says, I grew a lot of pineapple. Yeah, I love pineapple too, but I don't buy it that rare. I mean, that much. This is a word of warning. You could get a man cooking and doing like you do. I did a short video the other day, and it's already posted on me going to the farmer's market. Was it Saturday? I went there Saturday just looking for produce, but they didn't have any. And they said the guy that usually has the one fresh produce stand wasn't there because evidently he didn't have any produce to sell. Because we've had such a drought all summer, nobody's around here has been able to grow much of nothing. I'm just glad that my garden has been revived with the last 2 rains that we've had. I mean, I may get some small tomatoes, the grape or cherry tomatoes, and I may get some bell peppers. I may get a squash or a melon or 2 before cold weather. I'm not sure. I know I've got 3 or 4 shark fin squash that have already started on that one vine that I showed in my video. Oh my goodness, Annie says that my internet is acting crazy and she's missing half of it, half the fun. Yeah, I figured if they don't cost too much to set up a booth, then if I get enough stuff canned, I might set up a booth one weekend and see if I sell anything. They had like 15 stands set up where they were selling different things out there. The first one I went to was all that Halloween stuff, and it was all made out of iron or metal. And that was pretty neat. I liked it, but I couldn't afford to buy any of it. Because I don't have money right now to spend on that kind of stuff. There was one stand out there that was on ice cream toppings, all kind of different ice cream toppings like caramel and all different kinds of mixtures of chocolate and different things that you put on ice cream. And that one guy, he's had a stand where he made canned barbecue sauce, all different types of barbecue sauce. And I told him that I didn't can barbecue sauce, but I said I do can cowboy candy marinade. I said, if you like hot stuff. He just laughed. Gladys says, I saw it. Well, see, I've got my walking onions growing in like 4 or 5 different big pots. But this time of year, they're not going to buy onions to plant because it's been so hot and dry all summer. I don't think anybody wants to fool with planting anything. But I've kept my stuff alive in my pots and totes. That's the reason I planted them like that, because I can keep them watered a lot easier in big pots and totes than I can in the ground. No, old age is not for wimps. I know a lot of people around here don't believe I'm as old as I am with all the stuff that I do. I grow my garden, I mow my yard, I can all this stuff, I do my YouTube channel, and I said, well, I know one day I'll get to the place where I can't do all this. But I said, I'm going to do as long as I can. Yeah, I'm just hoping my sister-in-law is all right. The last I heard, she had not woke up this afternoon, so I don't know. I was looking to see if I got any messages from my brother or his sister-in-law, and I haven't. And I said, well, I guess in a case like this, no news is good news. At least maybe she hasn't taken a turn for the worst or anything. I've got plenty of basil. I harvested tons of basil and dried it, and I've got a lot more basil almost getting ready to be harvested again. You know, that's an idea, but I don't have enough stuff to set up a stand out there. And the last I knew was several years ago on this town square. If you had a little spot big enough to set up a table and a tent to get in the shade, it cost you $25 a day. And, you know, prices have probably gone up since then. So I need to check on, see how much they charge for the spot. Because at $25 a day, even, I don't know if I'd break even. I might not even break even. I might not sell what it cost me to rent the spot. Well, the bees haven't been around my basil, but they have been around my water features because they want the water. Yeah, it's probably $40 or $50 now, or maybe even more. I don't know. And see, it wouldn't pay me to pay that because I wouldn't make that much money a day and have to stay there all day long to sell the stuff. So I'd just be selling my stuff just to pay their rent fee for the spot. And I'm not going to do that. At this age, it seems like anything can happen. I've lived my life almost 100. Oh my goodness, Boulder City, you're almost 100? Well, congratulations. You've done something right all your life to live that to that age. I mean, I think if people want to set up a stand to sell, to attract people to come to the city or the square, I don't think they should charge you for the spot to put your table up. I mean, good reason to live in the country. I'd do better like a friend of mine did. He'd go to Mexico, fill his pickup full of watermelon. The whole bed of his truck was full of watermelon. He'd come back to this town and he'd go park on the side of the highway on 377. That was the main highway going through. He'd sell his whole load of watermelon just parked under a tree on the side of the highway. Didn't cost him anything to park there. And he sold his watermelon because he got the reputation. People knew that he had good watermelon. So if they saw him with watermelon in his truck, they always stopped and bought some. I mean, I can see that the city wants to make money off of the spot, but you know, you're helping bring people into the town and you're helping them bring them into the square to shop. And you know, if they come to the farmers market, they're going to go other places around town and probably shop as well. So you're helping bring the people in town. So you shouldn't have to pay to rent a spot to sell your little bit of stuff. You said you're 71, almost 100. You're not, no, you got a long way to go before you get to 100. And you haven't caught up with me yet. I'm 75. And Raymond Burke, he's just subscribed. Thank you, Raymond. Glad to have you. Welcome to my channel. Yeah, I see you're still here, Gladys. Era, okay. Are you a new subscriber, Era? I don't think I've seen you in chat before. But welcome. I love getting new subscribers. I'm doing fine, Era, just fighting allergies, that's all. Got a doctor's appointment in the morning to see if he'll give me a shot, but I don't think he will. He's going to tell me my allergies are too clear now to take a shot. Annie Watson said, I just had a birthday and turned 71. My health makes me feel 150. Oh, no. I set up an honor table to sell my extras. After you sell all you want, you set up an honor table to sell extras. Oh, after you can all you want. Well, see, I haven't had stuff in my garden to even can this year. I haven't had anything to take out of the garden to even cook except my greens. And all I've been getting is enough to make like one mess a week for myself. I don't have any extra to sell. It might be a little different if those peppers start producing, because I've got a lot of bell pepper plants out there, but I don't know. Even though they're full of blooms, I don't know how the peppers will be. I don't know if they're going to turn out good enough to try to sell them. I may just end up canning all of them. What? Boulder City, when you take into consideration the labor, jars, cost, materials, it would be $50 for a little basil. Yeah. Well, I had a lot of basil, and I've got a lot of bell pepper, and I've still got my grape and cherry tomato plants, but they're not producing tomatoes. But they'll live through the heat. And then at the end of the summer, when the temperature cools off, is when they start producing more tomatoes. So I still may get some tomatoes off of them. I don't know. But usually I only get a few ripe ones. A lot of times I have to pick all the green ones and make chow chow and can it. You know, make the chow chow relish with the green tomatoes. So I'll have to wait and see. Yeah, one summer I planted squash, zucchini, all kind of stuff. I had so many squash and zucchini and cucumbers. I was canning it and I was giving it away. My son come over one day, and this is when my granddaughter was little, and I went out back to go in the garden to pick some cucumbers and squash and stuff to let them have some to take home. And there was so many big ones back there, I just went ahead and picked all that should be picked, you know. And my granddaughter would come there, and I just load her arms up, and I'd tell her, well, take them up there where your dad is and put them on the patio and come back and get more. Well, she did that. And he started laughing. He said, Alexandra, where are you getting all that stuff from? She said, I'm getting it in Grandma's garden. He didn't believe that all that was coming out of my garden. He had to walk back there and actually see that I was picking cucumbers and zucchini and squash right out of the garden. But it didn't get that hot that year. I had a beautiful garden. I had a lot of tomatoes, hot peppers. I didn't have any bell pepper that year, but I had a lot of jalapenos, chili peppers, and habaneros, and all that good stuff. Yeah, sometimes I feel like I could be 150 when my back and neck start bothering me, or when my allergies get me down like they've been getting me down this summer. I feel like I'm a lot older than what I am. And it makes me look older because I feel bad. But then the summer started getting so hot, the garden wasn't doing well. I couldn't keep it watered in the ground. So I started doing everything in totes, 5-gallon buckets, great big pots. And I was able to keep stuff watered better that way because I kept a water reservoir down in the bottom of the totes and the buckets and everything. So it worked out a lot better. April says, now I'm eating green jello. I haven't eaten jello in a long time, and especially not green jello, and I love it. I used to love to make jello and get a can of fruit cocktail and drain the juice out of it and just put the fruit in my jello. Oh, that's real good. It's like making a fruit salad with your jello. Well, thank you, Boulder City, for that compliment. Well, that year that I had so many zucchini and yellow squash and cucumbers, I pickled cucumbers. I ate cucumbers. I gave cucumbers away. The same with the zucchini because I had zucchini 12 and 14, 15 inches long, and they were still tender as the small ones. So finally, I started making zucchini pickles and yellow squash pickles, just like I would the cucumbers, and they were really good. But then I made so many of them, I was giving jars of pickles away. I hardly ever eat oatmeal. I like grits, eggs, and bacon for breakfast, or grits, eggs, and sausage, or pancakes like Gladys likes. Now, I don't know about cream cheese chunks and jello, but I tell you what, fruit cocktail is real good in jello. Just drain that juice off of it and pour the fruit in your jello. I love it like that. Let it set up. Get you a bowl full of it. Put you some Cool Whip on top. That's some good eating right there. I've got oatmeal though. Occasionally I'll eat it. I use it to make oatmeal cookies more than anything else. But I do like oatmeal. And usually when I fix it, I put brown sugar in it. Small pea-sized cream cheese. All of mine were just the sweet pickles. Well, you have a good night, Boulder City, and I'm glad you came in to chat. I'm getting ready to get off of here too. We've been on in chat for like 2 hours. So I think it's time to get off and let people go to bed. It's 11:30 my time, and I know where Gladys is and some of the other viewers are. It's 12:30. So April says I'm 65 years old. Well, you're still a youngin', April. And I'm still working. Well, I worked as long as I could. I think I was 72 on my last job, and they were making me do a lot of stuff on the job that I shouldn't have had to do, just so the other workers didn't have to do it. And I vowed I was not going back to work there. So I got my car paid off and I quit work. And I don't care now. I don't want to go back to work. And when you get a certain age, a lot of companies don't want to hire you. If you're already working there, you stay. whether you're 75 or how old you are. But when you get in your 70s, a lot of companies don't want to hire you anymore unless it's just for a part-time seasonal job. And then once you hit 72, they don't want to hire you even for the part-time seasonal job. So April says, I have my own business. Well, good for you, April. I think you told us one time what kind of business you had, but I don't remember. 9:30 here in Vegas. Oh, you're in Vegas. Well, good for you. You're early yet. 6:30 where April is. In Hawaii, she's a lot earlier than we are. Maybe, Gladys. We'll see. I'm not saying one way or the other. If I do, it'll be a surprise. Yeah, it'll be a surprise, so we'll see. I grow flowers for dye. Yeah, I remember that. That's what it was. You grow flowers for the dye to print fabric or to dye fabric with. I remember that now. It's hard to keep up with everybody, April. But I should remember that because of the name, April Flowers. I should remember that you grow flowers for dye. I have a zillion I would give you if we lived closer. Well, like I said, it's getting late. I got a doctor's appointment in the morning. I still got to go in and take me a shower before I go to bed. So I guess we're going to end the live. We've been on here for over 2 hours, which is surprising. I was kind of skeptical. I didn't know if anybody would show up in chat or not, but I got a good turnout tonight. A lot more people than I thought. Artists buy your flowers to make paint. Oh, well, good deal. Have a zillion I would give you if you lived closer, Linda, since I can't garden anymore. Well, I'm sorry you can't garden anymore. It's been too hot here for anybody to do anything outside. I can see why the plants struggled because it's been hot and dry. Susan Dory, well, hello. I didn't realize you were in chat either. She says, I haven't contributed to chat, but I enjoyed it while I did some organizing. Rest as well. Allie Bro. Well, I keep saying it, but we do have to get off of here because people have to get to bed. I've got things I got to do before I go to bed, and I got to set my alarm so it'll get me up in the morning. And I know 10:45 is not late. I mean, it's not early. But if I don't set my alarm, if I do happen to go to sleep tonight, I may not wake up. So I'm going to have to set my alarm. So y'all have a blessed night. I appreciate each and every one of you for showing up in chat. Love all of you. Wish you a good night, a good day tomorrow. And I'll see you on my next one. Like, share, and subscribe to my videos. Tell all your friends and family. If they haven't subscribed, to subscribe, like, and share. Have a good night. Bye.